Scotland has some amazing wildlife and wild places, but there are people who try to harm this wildlife. Sometimes they do this for money, often by accident or simply for cruelty. If you were asked to name some crimes, you might say speeding, stealing, drug dealing or even murder. But not many people would think of saying deer poaching or badger baiting. But crimes against wildlife take place every day all over Scotland. And like other crimes, they can range from minor to very serious.
So what is wildlife crime? Wildlife crime is the illegal disturbance, destruction, theft and sale of animals and plants, and can occur not just in the countryside, but in towns and in cities as well. Examples of wildlife crime are poisoning a golden eagle or stealing a salmon from a river. Rare and endangered types or species of plant and animal are put at risk, and more familiar ones like the badger or deer can suffer cruelty and death. Some species and the places they live, sometimes called habitats, are specially protected because they are rare or easily harmed, while other species, such as foxes and crows, can sometimes be pests.
However, even pests are protected by laws to make sure that when they have to be killed, it is not done in a cruel way.
Police have a specialist wildlife crime unit that's committed to stamping out wildlife crime. They do this by speaking to people to make sure they know what the law says they can and what they cannot do. They also speak to people who spend time outdoors, like gamekeepers, rangers, hill walkers, climbers and school children, so they know what to look out for and what to do if they come across a wildlife crime. Finally, when a crime has taken place, they investigate to find out who's responsible.
Like other crimes, wildlife crime is carried out by a very small number of people who either deliberately break the law or commit crime through lack of understanding. Wildlife crime can often be linked to other types of crime, like some of the crimes we mentioned earlier. And for this reason, you should never approach anyone who you think might be involved in a wildlife crime or any other crime.
With more and more people enjoying outdoor activities like hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing or camping, there's an excellent opportunity for all of us to keep our eyes open for signs of wildlife crime. If you see something you think is not right, then let the police know straight away so they can investigate it.
This DVD is split into 7 chapters, which cover some of the most common and damaging wildlife crimes. It will give you an introduction into the type of wildlife crime that goes on in Grampian, who it affects and what to look out for. As you're watching each chapter, try and answer some of these questions. Identify the crime or crimes. Some activities might be legal, but it is the way in which they are carried out that makes them illegal. For example, driving a car within the speed limit can be a legal activity. However, if the driver was drunk or didn't have a driving licence, they would be committing a number of crimes. Try and do the same for the following chapters. Why do people commit these crimes? Is it for money, sport or other reasons? What are the outcomes of these crimes? In other words, what sort of problems can the crimes cause? Who are the victims of crime, both animal and human? Are there any clues that you can look out for to tell that a crime has been committed? Try taking some notes as you watch the DVD. Your teacher will ask you what you spotted at the end.